Well, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to When I Feel Like It O'Clock again, right around rum o'clock. Yes, it's been quite the ride here the first little part of the season, hasn't it? A lot of surprise teams coming out of the woodwork. Last night, I would normally be depressed about this. I think it was only 3 for 6, but the three that I got correct were the ones that I would have said that you should bet on. So I don't really feel all that bad about it. And the ones that I did get incorrect were extremely close games. So I think 2 of them were shootouts. So shootouts don't really count because shootouts are not fun. I don't like shootouts at all. If you do, I'm not dissing you. They're just not for me. I'm still at my coach's house, as you can tell. We've been doing some serious deep meditation, bringing oneness into our environment, and talking to the Creator about our new picks that we're going to do, because that's what the Creator's there for, is to give us hockey picks. So talk to Him. Ask Him advice for your picks, and I'm sure your gambling will get better. And that's really what it's all about, isn't it, boys and girls? It sure is. Okay, well, we have to do our picks for today. I'm having a little half a cup. I like to use frilly cups for my rum because it makes it seem like I'm not drinking rum in the morning. Nummy rum. Yes. And Jaime's Body Lube, it's the best there, I said it. Make sure you're well lubed, boys and girls. This has been brought to you by Losh and Stein, the fine purveyors of pearl necklaces that bring us our My NHL Pearls of Wisdom necklaces that I send to you if you subscribe to my fine channel, boys and girls. That's right, a free Pearls of necklace for you, along with a vat of Jaime's Body Lube. The combination is perfect, trust me. Okay, let's get to our picks today. It's the Nucks and the Sabres. The Canucks have some injuries, and they're not a very good team. The Sabres have injuries, and they're compiling. The injuries are getting even more and more. I've been trumpeting the Sabres this year to make the playoffs, but there's certainly everything going against them right now. It's questionable whether Lehner is going to play, and Johnson played just recently, but Johnson normally is good for, but I think Markstrom, I don't think Markstrom's going to be in net for the Canucks, so this is a tough game. I don't even think they know who's going to win this one. I think they're going to both flip a coin. But I'm going to take the Sabres, and I'm going to tell you, don't bet on this one, boys and girls. I wouldn't do it. Sharks versus Devils. There's a lot of even-up games happening this year. I don't know if they've actually come to this. Probably with the technology they have now, they are able to make parity at its utmost. And we've heard Bettman trumpeting parity for quite some time, and it does make it exciting for all the fans in the league if your team is still in there as late as possible. You got a team like you got the Sharks versus the Devils, but the Devils are just coming off of a game last night. They played Kincaid last night though, and they'll be playing Schneider tonight. The Sharks are fresh. I'm going with the Devils 3-2, and I would bet on this one going with the lineup that we have tonight, but I just simply because there's a lot of tough games. I still think the Devils are just way too hot right now. They're being well coached, and Schneider is on fire. Sharks are not, so I'm going to take the Devils. Caps versus the Wings. Now I'm going to surprise you here. I think the Wings are going to win this one. First of all, they're at home. Also, I don't know why, but I see a big year from Howard this year. He's a guy that struggled with injuries his whole career. I don't think he ever reached the level that he was capable of. And for some reason, I just think it's all coming in together this year. Maybe it's because he identifies with Blashill really well. Blashill is a very cerebral coach, and Howard is a very intelligent goaltender. He doesn't get by as much on his physical skill as he does his intelligence. He can read plays maybe as good, if not better, than anyone in the league. Possibly, save Price and guys at that level. And I think that Blashill and him connect well. Or either that or it's just all the meditation I've been doing. But I'm taking the Wings, and I'm going to say they're going to win 3-2. Pens versus the Panthers. Well, boys and girls, the Panthers are going to, from what I've seen, I didn't pick them to make the playoffs, but I think they're going to surprise people this year, actually. That being said, I don't think they're going to win this one, but I think it'll be close. I'm going to take the Pens 4-3, but watch out for the Panthers to do one of those late runs this year. They have been put together for the purpose of like a Rutherford-like combination of players that just seem to work together. And I always forget his freaking name. That was the general manager of Chicago and now is back being the general manager of the Florida Panthers. I don't know why, but he is a type of general manager that seems to be able to know what connects with players on a team. And he makes surprising moves that are kind of head scratchers, but they work out. And I think you might see that with the Panthers this year. Wild versus the Jets. The Wild are just too beat up. They're playing their ass off, but they're too beat up. They got injuries for days, and I couldn't even, it would take me too long to go through all of them. And the Jets are at home. Maurice has got them just dialed in. I picked the Jets to make the playoffs this year, and I think they'll continue on that projection tonight, and I think convincingly so. The Jets 5-2. Now, that being said, I'm assuming they play Hellebuyck. If they play Mason, it's a lot closer. I'm not a fan of Mason. I think Hellebuyck is an excellent goaltender and will definitely beat out Mason as the number one in this year, for sure. Habs versus the Ducks. I mean, the Ducks have, I think Getzlaf and Kessler are out, and Vatanen and Lindholm, and it's just on and on and on with the injuries here. I think they're going to be playing Gibson, but I have a feeling the Habs are finally going to win one. The Ducks are just way too beat up, and even though they're on the road, they can win low-scoring games. And if all this goes down the drain, I've looked to see who's going to be starters, and none of them are confirmed. So I'm not sure if Montoya is playing for the Habs, which is possible because they think the Ducks might be an easier team to beat and they want to give Price a rest. I'll take the Ducks 2-1. So pay attention to who's going to be in goal for these teams. That's my full 42%, boys and girls. I've only got 42% to give you. That's all I got. But I give it to you. Everything, every percentage point to you every day because I love you so much. Lots of love to you. Have a great day.